If you're wondering what energetic frequencies are coming your way in November, you are in the right place. In this video, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know about all of the frequencies coming in November, what you need to do. I'll give you some practical tips, some mom hacks, and as always, we'll keep it nice and weird here. So welcome back to my channel. I'm Tara here, your cosmic coach, and we explore all things having to do with energy, ascension, awakening, and just the beautiful chaos of being human. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to navigate November and gain more clarity and confidence and a whole lot of cosmic grace so you can heal what's surfacing for you and align with what's calling you in. Because I really want you to be able to, take what's coming at you in November and, use it to your benefit, right? I want you to be able to manifest things. I want you to heal anything that needs healing, because the 12-12 portal's coming up, and then we're going into a new year, and that brings so many more energies. So the energies happening in November, it's really like a sacred space that's opening up for you. I'd like to use the analogy of a butterfly and in the chrysalis, right? The butterfly actually has to like completely dissolve into goo, right? And it's while it's in the chrysalis, it's in this void state, right? The same thing happens with us on an energetic level when we go into this state of not knowing who we are anymore. We're clearing out things that are not serving us. We may not even know what higher timeline we're trying to get into next, right? We might just feel lost or stuck or confused. And even though it's not easy to go through that, it is such a sacred and important part of the journey. And so November is that sacred void, right? And so by doing the work, which can also mean taking time to rest and take care of yourself, when the time comes for us to emerge from the chrysalis and turn into the butterfly, we'll be ready for that, right? But without taking this time now in November, we're not going to be prepared for what comes next. Specifically for my moms out there, if you've been feeling mood swings or fatigue or really just a deep need to cocoon, you are right on time, babe, okay? The overall vibe of the collective energies for November are really going to be more introspective and heart healing. And during this time, there's going to be a lot of truth revealing that comes up as well. I'm going to talk about Neptune's influence on intuition and dream work. And we'll get into the Mars energy, specifically around how it's affecting family and communication. So I want to start with some powerful insights for any empath moms out there. So Mercury retrograde happens when Mercury, which is the planet of communication, mind, technology, travel, all of those things, it appears to actually move backwards in the sky. It's really just an optical illusion astronomically, but it's treated as a time to pause, right, and review things. So during this time, the messenger gets a little bit hazy. So things like miscommunications can happen. You might be having like all sorts of tech glitches. If you have any travel plans, be advised there may be some like snafus that come up. Mental fog is definitely more likely as well. But, and this is key for empaths, retrograde is not about what goes wrong. It's about what we're asked to revisit, right? It's an invitation to slow down, reflect, realign. So some words you might actually hear over the next month or so. I meant that, or why did I say that? Or did I just send the wrong thing? These are actually like emotional mirrors. So you might pick up the crowd scattered energy if you're out somewhere. Old family loops might start to replay, or subtle telepathic like experiences could arise, which I think is kind of cool. So for tech and travel glitches, you might see your computer freeze up if you're recording some content, or your phone just randomly will drop a call, or if you're picking up the kids, there might be some sort of delay, right? So rather than shame it or see it as like a negative thing, remember that Mercury is actually handing you a signal to pause. Mercury retrograde can also thicken the veil of intuition. So things like dreams and inner guidance and psychic downloads may actually become louder or more confusing. So just be on the lookout for that. If you experience it, know that it's just the energies right now. As a mom, you might feel a little bit extra. Interactions with the kids or your spouse might actually trigger like some misspeaks where like old family scripts might actually come out, or you suddenly remember things you thought you finished. So if that happens, just use them as clues, not as like reasons to collapse or anything like that, okay? So what you can do right now is actually, instead of starting new major projects or signing big contracts, use this time to revise or, you know, refine. Um, so many astrologers I know really advise caution with making major decisions during this Mercury retrograde. I also want to share a communication ritual with you. So, before sending any important messages, take 3 deep breaths and ask, does this reflect my truth, or is this a reaction to something? It's also a really great idea to keep a dream journal by your bed and write down anything that stands out once you wake up in the morning. Things like symbols, emotions, colors, things like that. You can ask, what did Mercury in reverse intend to teach me? Because retrograde often flips something that feels normal. For tech and travel glitches, you can prepare yourself by backing up your files, double checking appointments, and giving like a extra travel time, right, in case there's traffic or something like that. If you have glitches, you can use it as a prompt, like, what else was I supposed to pay attention to while I'm waiting? Because messages can be louder during this time and boundaries can tend to blur, I want you to do this exercise where you imagine a clear silver screen around your aura for 10 minutes each morning. This is going to kind of give you a little bit of extra energetic protection. You can also use this affirmation: I move with clarity, I communicate with truth, and I receive with peace. So we've also got Neptune influencing the energies in November. Neptune is the modern ruler of Pisces and really resonates mysticism, intuition, dreams, um, all of the unseen realms, and really dissolving boundaries. From the esoteric occult perspective, Neptune's domain really includes the collective unconscious, the astral plane, and subtle etheric fields. In occult texts, the Neptunian energies help us access spiritual imagery, visionary states, soul remembering, and the dissolution of ego. With the strong Neptunian influence this month, you may notice really vivid dreams, intuitive downloads, or a sense of the fog like lifting. At the same time, you should be aware that there is a shadow side to this. So Neptune can blur boundaries, cause confusion, escapism, illusion, or emotional overwhelm, especially for empaths. As you may or may not know, intuition is associated with your third eye, which is like right between your eyes and your forehead, part of the upper chakra system. If these are being activated without a healed and balanced root chakra, it can lead to things like dissociation and being able to correctly understand the visions and downloads that you're getting, and can even cause more severe forms of mental instability. So please work on your lower chakras, specifically your root chakra, before you start working with your upper chakras. Let me know if you'd like me to do a video that goes into more depth about the chakra system so that you can, feel your best and heal and manifest and all of those beautiful things. So in your dream journal, when you wake up, you can write down, feelings, symbols, and ask, what message is my soul trying to give me? You can also do an intuitive check-in throughout the day, maybe around lunchtime, just kind of take a pause and ask, what is the truth behind the story that I'm telling myself? So like whatever's going on at that moment, right? Just ask yourself that question. I also have a shielding tip for you. So because Neptunian energy dissolves boundaries, you can use a golden membrane visualization around your auric field to keep energetic filters clear. So I mentioned a silver membrane earlier. Now we can use gold, okay? You can also let yourself express Neptunian gifts like art, writing, movement, to transmute inner knowing into outer form. So if you're going to work on that, please share in the comments or link to some really cool projects that you're working on so we can all support you, okay? Now we're going to get into Mars's energy. So Mars in astrology is the planet of action, assertion, conflict, courage, physical energy, primal urges, right? And so in family and communication dynamics, whenever Mars transits to key houses, old patterns of assertion versus passivity, any unresolved anger may start to come up. You may have like sibling or some sort of familial rivalry. You'll even see communication breakdowns. From an occult / esoteric perspective, Mars's energy really invokes the warrior within. So not just external conflict, but internal battles of belief, truth speaking, breaking old contracts. Specifically for my awakening moms out there, you may sense family or home life issues that get triggered, like your kids may be reflecting back old stories to you. Your spouse or something within your home environment may be prompting you to assert your new boundaries, or communication needing higher awareness of some sort. So just be on the lookout for that. Be aware that that's what's going on if you see it surfacing for you. But this is all growth energy. Mars pushes you to act, to speak the new truth that you embody, to integrate your awakening into your daily life, not just sitting there meditating. So here are some practical applications that you can do. Do a boundary ritual in which you can say these words. I speak my truth with love. I act from my sovereignty. Really, really powerful, you guys. If you have a conversation that starts to escalate, take a pause and visualize Mars's sword of clarity. Take a deep breath and then respond rather than just instantly reacting. If you're feeling unrest at home, you can do a Mars sweep, which is a physical action in your home, such as clearing a space, rearranging something, to symbolize your new frontier, right? And you can integrate the internal activation with that. So let's end with this affirmation. I am anchored through change, intuitive in my knowing, and courageous in my expression. So the first theme that we will be exploring in November is emotional healing. So it's really important during this time to slow down and let any of the emotions you've been suppressing for a long time, let them rise so you can acknowledge them, learn from them, and then release them with love. And here's a journaling prompt you can use for November. Where am I still holding on to something that wants to be released? You sit with that. I did that last year, and I still remember there were 28 things that came up for me that I needed to release. That really stuck with me. So I really just want to share that it's one simple question, but if you really sit with it, it can be so healing and clearing during this time. Also, of course, energetic hygiene practices such as salt baths, grounding meditations, walking out in nature. In my previous video, I did describe the salt bath in detail. There is some more to it. So if you are interested in that, go check out my previous video. Theme number 2 is going to be manifesting from the heart space. Remember that this month of November 2025 is not about the hustle. It is about harmony. So you can do this through gratitude is a really powerful one, and expressing emotional authenticity, and aligned rest, to really amplify the manifestation speed here. There is a visualization practice that you can do here. Breathe light into your heart and imagine November's energy as a soft golden current supporting your desires. The third theme of November is family, boundaries, and soul lessons, right? So those are big ones. So November may trigger those family dynamic situations I mentioned earlier, especially for awakening moms that are navigating through old patterns. It's really important to hold compassion for yourself during this time without overextending your energy. So take the time to take your salt baths, to rest. That's going to be so important this month. And here's an empath boundary hack for you, okay? Imagine zipping up your energy like a cosmic jacket before you have emotional interactions. Like put on your empath protection coat, zip it up, and then you'll be ready to hit the whatever comes up for you. You'll be ready for it.
Luna's weird word of the week is coherence. It's the alignment of heart, mind, and energy fields. When they sync up in a coherent state, this is where you're really able to manifest faster and you're able to know things you otherwise wouldn't have. And you may even be able to activate the other clair senses like clairvoyance, clairaudience, etc.
So just a quick recap, November is going to equal emotional healing, plus energetic preparation, plus heart-led manifesting. So make sure you're taking the time for the self-reflection, for the self-care. I'm going to close out with this affirmation. I move through November with clarity, compassion, and confidence in my light. If you want more month by month energy updates and activation tools, please hit subscribe and join this weird, awakened, and empowered community. We would love to have you here. So I do want to invite you to comment below with what resonated for you most and tell me what you're manifesting this month. I'm really curious, and I'm always happy to help support my community here of wonderful weirdos, starseeds, empaths, awakening moms. So stay weird, stay awake, and I will see you in the next transmission. Please also make sure you share this video with someone who you think might really appreciate its message.